Alright, so I'm going to attempt to get this all out. Is this going to hurt? 1, 2. Hey dolls, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to show you my makeup transformation when I want something a little bit more dramatic. So if you're interested in how I got this look, please stay tuned. We're going to start by placing matte goldenrod right under our brow highlight. Next, using orange eyeshadow by MAC, we're going to place that deeper into the crease area, right under the goldenrod that we just laid down. Next, using a MAC 217 brush and a MAC shadow Embark, we're going to go deeper into the crease to further define it. Now, to bring a little bit of red to this look, I'm going to use an inglot shadow. The number is 50 AMC eyeshadow 50. We're going to use any blending brush to add that to the crease. We're kind of going to overlap the Embark. Now, using our 217 brush again, I'm picking up a shadow from Coastal Scents by the name of Maroon Berry, and I'm going to put that deep into the crease to give this a little bit of darkness. Okay, so for as a base today, I'm going to be using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I'm using the color NC42. I'm going to use a flat synthetic brush to just cover my lid and kind of carve out the lid area for this look. The first color we're going to lay down on the lid is going to be Inglot Shadow. It's a yellow, but the number is MAC 323. And I'm using a MAC 239, which is a flat shader brush to apply this. We're just going to apply this across our whole lid because we're going to end up blending the colors that we've used previously in our crease to make things more uniform. Okay, so now that we have the lid color done, I'm going to take the 217 and Embark again, and I'm going to start to add that to the edges of the lid, both the inner and the outer. Using the same brush and Maroon Berry, I'm going to go into the outer crease and further define that area. Now, using my MAC 221, I'm going to pick up a black shadow. You could use any black shadow that you have, and I'm going to lightly blend black into my crease. Now, you want to do this a little bit at a time. If you do it too much at once, it's just going to ruin the whole look. The point is to get it to be a little bit smokier, a little bit darker, but not too overwhelming. So to the areas that remain yellow on our lid, we are going to add gold glitter. To apply glitter to my lid, I usually just use a glitter liner because it's got its own adhesive. I don't have to worry about gluing glitter to my lid. So I'm going to use this random gold glitter liner just to lay down the foundation of where I want my glitter to go. So I've decided that I'm going to go in and deepen the crease a little bit more with the black shadow, and I'm still going to use the same brush, same black shadow, and just give my crease a little bit more definition. I wanted this look to be a little bit more smoky than this, so I'm just going to add a little bit more black. Okay, so for this look, I no doubt will be adding a black wing. When you do a glitter lid, you really want to use liquid liner because it's going to glide over the glitter the easiest without it being a crusty hot mess. So I'm going to use, what am I using nowadays? NYX matte liquid liner. Alright, so now that my eyes are done, we're going to move on to skin. To prep my skin, I'm using Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. It's the sensitive one. You want to massage this into the skin until it's tacky. I need to get my nails done, so leave a comment down below what shape I should get. I was thinking about trying like maybe a stiletto because I like my nails square. So leave a comment down below what shape you think I should get. For foundation, I like to lay down a powder first. So I will be using Mineralized Loose Powder Foundation in Dark Deep. And I like to use that on a very dense brush. And it's just so that I can get extra coverage for like my hyperpigmentation and stuff. And if you want to see a video on how to cover hyperpigmentation in more detail, because I'm not going to really go into too much detail on this video, just leave me a comment down below. Now that I've laid down powder, which gives me a lot of coverage, although Dark Deep seems to pull really red on me sometimes depending on how much sun I've had the day before, we're going to roll with it. I'm going to now apply foundation, and for foundation lately I've been using Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and I believe the number is 78. Don't quote me, it could be the wrong number completely. Now I'm going to use MAC Select Cover Up Concealer in the shade NC50. Now what this is going to do is kind of counteract some of the redness, but also give me even more coverage where I feel like I need it. But because I like my highlight to be brighter, I like my foundation to be like a shade darker so that there's contrast. Alright, my hair was for sure getting on my damn nerves, so I had to put it up. Now I'm going to focus on my under eye area. I am going to start off with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45, and I'm still using my sponge for this because it's easy. I'm also going to place the NC45 down the center of my nose. Now, when you are highlighting down the center of your nose, the smaller you keep that line, the skinnier you can get your nose. So when you use the tip of a sponge, it just like does the work for you. And of course I'm going to blend that out. But I'm also going to add NC45 to the center of my forehead. And sometimes I add a little to my chin as well. Now because this is a dramatic look, I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight even more. I'm going to use the Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC42. To bake, I'm using a powder, translucent powder from Ben Nye. And I'm just going to lay that right on top of the concealer that we just laid down. You don't want to push it into the skin too much. You just want it to lay so it can absorb extra oils and such and set the concealer. Now that I look effing ridiculous with all this powder on my face, I need to set my foundation. So to set my foundation, I'm going to use the same powder that I used in the beginning. It's going to be the Mineralized Loose Powder Foundation Dark Deep. Now to buff away any of this white powder that we have laying around, I'm using NC45 Studio Fix powder foundation, and I'm going to use it on like a flat kind of still fluffy brush, and I'm just going to use that to sweep away any of the baking powder that we have laying. And then here, anywhere that you highlighted, you want to go over with like a corresponding powder so that you end up with something more like that. I'm going to take Embark eyeshadow and I'm going to use it to contour my cheeks. Okay, so my face has been contoured. You guys know I don't like blush, but lately I have been using an eyeshadow that I do love, not really as a blush, but kind of like a transition between my contour and my highlight, if that makes sense. And it happens to be Maroon Berry, and I use the same brush that I used to contour my cheeks, and I just make it an extension of the contour. Okay, so for a highlight, I'm using the eyeshadow. I typically like Amber Lights from MAC for my highlight, but today I'm going to use a Coastal Scents Hot Pot Of course, it's almost empty, and this is Sunset Gold. I'm using my favorite blending or highlighting brush from MAC. You guys have seen it before. It's the 185. This brush. I can't figure out the number. It's gone. Anyway, I like to beat my highlight into my skin. I do not like to rub it or do windshield wiper motions. I literally like to tap it and beat it into the skin. I'm also going to highlight down the bridge of my nose. You know I like my tip of my nose to be on brood off. And my Cupid's bow. So I'm going to, at this point, go put on my false lashes. I'm using MAC number 48s today, and then we'll move on to lips. So for the lips, we're going to skip liner today, and I'm going to use Uniformly Fabulous, which is a retro matte liquid lip color by MAC. It's one of their newest shade extensions. And then in the center, I'm going to use another lipstick from MAC, and that is Punk Couture. It is a purple shade. Alright, so guys, that is it for this video. I showed you how I transform myself when I'm doing a more dramatic look. Don't forget to leave a comment down below of what nail shape I should get, because it's time for me to get my nails done, but I'm just like, I'm procrastinating because I don't know what shape I want to get. Like, do I want to stick with my square, or do I want to try something new? You let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you're new to this channel and this is your first time here and you love this video, make sure you hit a thumbs up and that subscribe button. And if you want to be extra supportive, hit the notifications button, so that way when I upload a video, you know right away. And you guys know how it is. Until the next time, bye.